Hey there, you psycho cyclist fans! Remember Lance Armstrong and the Live Strong bracelets? Don't act like you didn't wear one of those bracelets just because of what we know now. We all had them. Well, this week in history, Lance Armstrong won his first Tour de France.
No!
Way! This was on his way to 7 record Tour de France titles, and then a doping scandal, and his subsequent fall from grace. Is Lance Armstrong truly a villain? Because whether you want to believe it or not, sometimes history isn't black and white. Lance Armstrong was a high school triathlete whose strongest sport was cycling, and so by the mid-90s he was poised to become a superstar in his sport. Then disaster struck. In the fall of 1996, doctors diagnosed Armstrong with an aggressive form of testicular cancer. As it spread to his abdomen and then to his brain, his chances of survival went down significantly. After months of chemotherapy and surgeries, miraculously, Armstrong was cancer-free. And then he made good on a promise that he made to himself during his cancer treatment. He was going to get back into cycling. And 2 years after that epic fight with cancer, Lance Armstrong, this week in 1999, won his first Tour de France. He became only the second American to win the Tour de France overall, and then started an unprecedented dominance never before seen in the sport of cycling. And now we sort of know why. Along the way, Armstrong mania swept across the country and the world. His brand, Live Strong, became synonymous with fighting cancer. And he was seen by many as one of the greatest athletes of all time. And then it all came down in 2010 when former teammate Floyd Landis accused Armstrong of using performance-enhancing drugs. And subsequently, even more teammates started to come forward with their own stories of Armstrong doping. Armstrong was stripped of all of his Tour de France titles and banned for life from cycling. And within a decade, he went from hero to villain. But he wasn't a villain to everyone. On the charity side, Armstrong's foundation raised more than $470 million to help fight cancer. That was more than 2.5 million people who got the cancer care they needed at a time when they might not have been able to afford it. Yeah, what he did was wrong, and that can never be made right. But there are millions of people who either got the care they needed or survived cancer because of his lie. History isn't always black and white. Sometimes it's a little gray.